Hey, Taulia. Just with this being week 10 and last year, you didn't really get the continuity of week after week. Is there anything you've learned just about how to be a college starting quarterback with the routine of the schedule this year that you didn't get last year?
Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, starting from the beginning when I first got here, it was my first time being a starting quarterback at a D1 school, and I mean, Coach Locks and Enos and my teammates, they all trained me, and from the experiences that I went through, you know, every time you step on the field, there's always a learning moment, and our coaches like Locks and Enos, they've been coaching for 30 years, and even they say that there's always something new that they can learn from. So I mean, I learned a lot of things, still learning, and I just got to keep getting better.
There were a couple throws in that Penn State game where you put it right over the hand of a jumping Penn State defender. How long did it take to develop that kind of touch in a game action?
Um, I think that's something I kind of always worked on with my dad and my brother, and as well as Coach Enos and Coach Locke. I think that was one thing I had to kind of work on from last year. Working on my touch throws and whether it's on the run or in the pocket. And I think our guys were just in the right position, and they made plays when I scrambled. Um, they did the right thing. So I think it's just a whole team effort.
With a couple guys going down to injury this year, how have you sort of taken on that role of an emotional leader on the field with guys like Demas and Jones not necessarily there anymore on the field with you?
Um, yeah, it's tough when guys like that go down. Um, but Coach Locks has a policy of next man up. So I mean, the biggest thing our coaches tell me is just you know not to think of it. Even though it's kind of hard, but just to continue to do my job. And that's the biggest thing. And quarterbacks hard as it is, and to worry about other stuff like that we can't control. Um, I think it's just a waste of energy thinking of all that, missing them and stuff like that. So I think the biggest thing is just focusing on my job and preparing week in and week out, working hard during the week and just trying to win.
I know. I know you're not really on social media, but when you were knocked down out of bounds against Penn State on Saturday, the player that did it, I think his name is Fred Hansard, he put out an apology on social media. I'm just wondering if he reached out to you personally at all.
Yeah, I actually just seen it now, the apology, and nah, he didn't really reach out to me personally, but I appreciate that. I mean, I know emotions are flowing during the game and stuff like that. It's a heated rivalry, and stuff like that happen, and that's just stuff I can't control. I know they have a good coach, and that's not what they're about, and I'm pretty sure that's not what any team in college football is about, especially D1. So, stuff like that happen, and it's all good.
A couple of your recent games, the yardage 2 games ago, the number of completions in the Penn State game put you near the top of some of these Maryland all-time records. Does that have any meaning to you at this point, or is it just all about winning the game?
Yeah, I mean, we had some great Maryland quarterbacks before, and the biggest thing that made them good was they won football games, and the biggest thing for me is just like I always say, I don't care if we run for the whole game, as long as we're winning football games. That's just the biggest thing for us. Yeah, just winning football games.
Hey, Talia. Obviously, as you guys look ahead, what sticks out about Michigan State's defense, even though they're coming off a loss? What sticks out to you guys?
Yeah, obviously they're a ranked team. I think top 10, and they're a good football team. There's a reason why they only lost one time. Purdue's a great team, and things that stick out is their defense. Their D line, they have a great D line, and we feel like we match up good against Michigan State. They're very aggressive. They play to the end of the whistle, and they have a good defense and just all around team. So I think just like every week we're gonna have our hands full, and we always look forward to the competition.
Talia, when you guys have mistakes, I know Coach Loxley was talking about it. It's not always you. It might be a snap or where a receiver is, and I know you're not going to point fingers anywhere, but as a quarterback, being the one who kind of gets some of the blame sometime, I mean, how have you learned how to just deal with kind of what comes along with the position?
Yeah, I think that's part of the responsibilities that comes with a quarterback, comes with being a quarterback, and I mean, on the field, Coach Locks looks to he puts me on the field as a quarterback, so he looks to trust me and making sure everything's going right and stuff like that. And I mean, it is what it is. I think it's just like life sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is.
Talia, with 3 games left, just how fun is it to have the opportunity to play these final 3 games and for one more win to mean that you're bowl eligible?
Oh man, it means everything. I was just talking to my brother about it. Like, regardless if you win or lose, I mean, it's just being a competitor. Just you love the game so much, and sometimes you work so hard and you may not get the result that you want. But I think that's the beauty of the game, that we get 3 more games to play, and more so just another chance to play this weekend. So and everything about the six game, to be bowl eligible, I mean, that would be good. But like I said, we got to focus on this week.